We'll have enough time to get some nipples afterwards.
Ooh, that's hot. Will Smith. Oh, that's hot.
Shh. Hush, you talk too much, child. Oh, we're live!
You guys are live.
Good timing. Hey everybody, how's it going? I am King J. I'm here to present to you Odyssey again. I did this last year at NoGA3 Electric Boogaloo, but instead we did Dark Side, and now we're doing all story moons, which is the greatest meme category extension ever. With me, I have someone who will help me commentate somewhat, maybe sometimes, kind of.
Yeah, I kind of know the Odyssey stuff. I never actually do it though.
He knows the things. Okay. So, before we get started, I want to quickly say we have a donation incentive. It is nipple %. So if you want us to get the nipples, get those donations in. It's at like $6 out of $30 right now. So please help us. Anyhow, time, if you are ready to go, it's going to start in 3, 2, 1, go. So this is Odyssey.
Nipples.
Nipples. So this is Odyssey, and the first thing you're wondering is why is it so kawaii? And the reason is, I get this question a lot actually. Why am I using Japanese text? It's fast. There's your answer. It's just fast.
I mean, you should know this if you're watching a speedrun.
in any % and all story moons, it saves approximately. Actually, it saves more in all story moons, but it saves around 12 seconds in any %. Just because of the way that it saves 9 years. So right off the bat, we're going to be doing something that only... Oh, well, I messed it up, but it's fine. So what I did was a ground pound roll, but I wanted to do a spin pound. It's because I messed up my spin pound.
Spinning is basically makes you ground pound faster.
Yeah, and spin pounds are used throughout a lot of the run. You'll be seeing me do it more than once, and it's the reason why we do spin pound rolls a lot. It gets our max speed up way faster than it would if we just started rolling right off the bat. And rolling is our fastest means of transportation, and in order to roll really fast, we have to shake the controller. So if you hear me breathing super loudly, I apologize.
Also, it looks really funny with face cam.
Oh yeah, everybody in my chat loves to watch me shake and make fun of my face cam. Right there was a skip, the only skip that I made. I take pleasure in knowing that I'm the only one who created that trick. That's what I call roll water boost. If you roll on the first frame that you enter the water, you will actually roll through the water, and I'm just the person who figured that out, and I'm proud of myself. So
it's kind of weird, like, I don't know how that works.
Yeah,
it just does.
It just does, and that's how I found it. I found that like a week after we started speedrunning this game, and I was proud of myself because I have something kind of named after me. They call that the King Water Boost, so it's pretty cool. So this is Topper. He's a pushover, and this is Cap Kingdom. It's also a pushover. This is what I like to call the good old. Oh shoot! What did I call it? Never mind. It doesn't matter.
What's the thing?
I'm thinking of like somebody who makes really dark movies, but I'm bad at this.
Also, there is something that we do to cancel a roll. You push the jump button and the cap throw button at the same time.
Oh yeah.
It allows you to like do that thing. That's what he did at the top of the ramp before he fought Topper.
So you'll be seeing that a lot. That's called roll cancel vectoring, and that is actually our top speed that we get to if we do it really well there. So right here I'm going to try to get another spin pound, and hopefully we'll make up for not doing that. There we go.
King, I think the person that you were thinking of was Stephen King.
Stephen, what was... It wasn't that one. Tim Burton. That's who it is.
Tim Burton. Oh.
Totally Steve Gaming.
It's a dark movie, so I thought Stephen King.
Oh, well, yeah. Stephen King. Shoutouts to Pet Sematary. That movie looks actually pretty good. Alright. Okay, so we got our first moon, guys. We're so good at video games.
So he's about to start doing a trick called T-Rex skip zoom.
Oh yeah, so do you want to explain that?
So basically you grab the T-Rex, you put the T-Rex over the trampoline, and you barely clip the cutscene trigger so that you basically get put in the boss fight for the boss fight that he's about to do. And it's fast, boy.
Oh, yeah, so here it is, by the way. And also, something interesting to mention is motion controls are very heavily used in this run, like we talked about. I missed it! I'm a god.
Well, good thing if you want to speedrun this game, you don't need to buy an extra controller, but Pro Controller is probably recommended.
Yeah, so I use Pro Controller, but the only downside to that is that Joy-Cons, if you use them, you can do down throws. But Pro Controller you can't, so there's only like 1 or 2 instances where it's faster to use a down throw, but for those instances we can't do them because most people run on Joy-Cons. Sorry, most people run on Pro Controller. It's just more comfortable, and it's easier to do spin pounds in it because the notch in the Joy-Cons are really bad for spinning. So that was Madame Brood. I actually messed up the final hit, but I just did the fast strat where you backflip onto the Chomp to knock its hat off, and then you throw your hat behind him to immediately capture him. So, very nice. And that was her. And this is our first multi-moon, but the thing is that since we're playing in Japanese text, I love this. It's gonna say that we got a grand moon. So if I could get a grand moon in chat, thank you. It's the weirdest translation. It makes no sense. It's the only thing that's in English on the screen. You got a grand moon. Oh, and by the way, you can change your language in the game no matter which version, no matter what language you buy the game in. You can change it in the game. So even if you have an English copy, you can switch to Japanese text and get on the speedrunning scene and save a free 12 seconds.
They might as well should just call it an international copy.
Pretty much, yeah. And right here we need one more moon, so we're just going to triple jump up here and get this one. This is the same as any percent. We will be differentiating from any percent once we get to our first really big kingdom here, which is going to be Sand Kingdom. So that's Cascade.
Sand Kingdom. That's quite big.
I have Brandon on for 2 reasons. One, because if I need to focus, I need him to talk about the strats that I'm not talking about, and 2, he's one of my most memey mods. So
I'm a god gamer.
that too. All right. Anyhow, so that was Cascade, one of the most straightforward kingdoms. Well,
so,
yeah.
I skip. We will be talking about in Sand Kingdom.
Yeah. So this is actually, this is the world map, and this is the only time that it doesn't automatically put my cursor on the next kingdom, so I actually have to move over to the right in order to get there. It's really annoying, because if you accidentally hit A first, you lose a good 3 seconds. Right here is action guide skip. If I mash on the perfect frame, I skip having to see a frozen cutscene of Cappy for a second. I got it perfectly, so that saves 2 seconds. It's very minor time save, but it's very helpful.
Nintendo thinking you're a dumb player.
So this is where any percent and all story moons really differentiate. There's also another category called World Peace where we use clipping out of bounds, but since that is banned in No Glitches Allowed marathons, we are not going to be doing that. So we're doing all story moons, which is the clipless version of that. And fun fact, I actually made this category a thing because back in the day I did not want to learn how to clip out of bounds. I know how to now. Now that I actually put in the time and I want to start learning Darker Side, but back then I did not want to learn how to clip out of bounds, so I just said, hey, can we make a category that doesn't clip out of bounds and gets all the story moves? And they did it, so. So, right there I got that bird. That cycle was fairly precise. I needed to make sure I didn't make any big screw-ups like bonking or anything.
There's actually a backup strategy to that bird. If you go in that pipe, it actually resets the bird's location.
Yeah, but we want to go fast, so we're not going to do that. So this is ice skip right here, just easy cap throws. Doing cap throws for your first few times may be hard, but after you do them once or twice, you get them down pretty easily.
Cap throw is just a rhythm, basically.
Yeah. Alright, so I could go for Dram Strap, but I'm bad at it, so I'm not going to.
The Dram Strat, I don't remember what that is.
Basically what Dram Strat is you can... If you can hold the throw button, and you can actually hold out Cappy from wherever he is. By the way, there's ice jump number 2.0.
Yeah.
But if you hold out Cappy, you can hold him out for a period of time, and you can actually home him into an enemy while you're collecting a moon somewhere else. Oh, I tried to go for the skip there. And you can capture the bullet bill right after you get that moon down behind that wall. So it saves like 5 to 8 seconds or something, but I suck at it. I could have went for it, but whatever. Alright, so this is our first story moon of Sand Kingdom. This is what really changes Sand Kingdom around, because we have to do this and like a couple multi-moons, or grand moons, sorry. I'm so used to it. So right here, there's two strats that you can do. You can do some cap jumps across these platforms, or you can do what I like to do and just jump off the tower. This run has been going bad, I just wanted to die. Okay, but no, there's this bullet bill over here, and you can just make it all the way across this gap without having to take the slow way.
You do Jaxie skip in this run?
Not in this run, nope.
No. Okay.
You don't need that moon. So since we're getting all the story moons in each kingdom, it actually makes the routing a little interesting, because we have to choose which moons from any percent are like just fast enough and in our way that we want to do them. So right here is a cool little cappy jump over here on this dune. We're going to ground pound jump, and we're going to go over here, and that just gets it up here faster. And we're going to home Cappy into that moon shard so he can capture it for us. Very nice. Oh, I'm sorry, Sloa. I did not mean it like that, but... Alright. And that's our second one. So that's actually one that we would skip in World Peace. We wouldn't actually do this. We would clip into the pyramid, which is our next one, but... yeah. So there we go, 2 down in sand, and again, sand is probably the one that gets changed the most. I'd say sand or luncheon are ones that get changed a lot. And you'll be seeing a much different route than any percent. So we used to think that it was faster to warp to the checkpoint that we got on top of the tower from here, but it's actually easier just to run over to the pyramid from the second moon area, which we're going to do. So now the cool thing about this category is that we actually get to see more of the game than in any percent. So I'm glad that people actually paid a little bit of money for this compared to any percent, because in my opinion, any percent is more boring than all story moons, because all story moons you at least get to see areas that you wouldn't get to see in any percent, like the inverted pyramid, like the other boss fights that we skipped in any percent, or that we normally skip in any percent. So it's a much more, I like to think of this as the more complete any percent, which is nice. Alright, so I got hit there, and taking damage in this game is really bad, because you lose about 4 seconds each time you take damage, because you lose time because the game freezes and shows you that you took damage, and you also lose time after you collect a moon. It'll show you repairing your health, so it's really bad. So there we go, that's our moon. Again, this one isn't in any percent, we just get it because it's on the way. And it's really easy. Go down the pipe, please, thank you. Alright, so right here I'm going to do something cool. I'm going to jump out of this 2D section so we can get a hat bounce right in the way so we can jump over that wall. And then do a really nice jump like that. So it's been kind of debated whether Nintendo meant for Cappy jumps to be done or not, because there are so many platforms that are just a perfect amount of space away that you can do a Cappy bounce to. And I don't know if that's true or not, but it really seems like they meant to do this. So this is our first boss fight. And this is Harriet. She's really easy. But don't worry, because the Brutals get harder. And they also have different variations of their fights later on. Also, I messed up. I was supposed to hit her in her first area, but that's fine. Hello, throw your ball at me. And yeah, so you saw with Topper, there's like a fast strat, and Madame Brute, obviously. There's a fast strat for each of the Brutals. Topper, we just jumped on his hat before it started spinning around. Madame Brute, we jumped on the chump as it was coming towards us. And with Harriet, we just knock her ball back at her before she sent out her big one, which skips an entire phase. So there we go, that's our first Grand Moon. There's actually 2 of them in here in Sand Kingdom we have to get, so we're not done yet.
Grand Moon.
Look, I don't write this game, okay? Like, of course in Japanese text it's Grand Moon. So it's normally a multi-moon, but this game is weird. So, you know, I can't change that. Alright, so now, because we got a Grand Moon, apparently it made it turn nighttime, because that's how physics work.
It's actually just nighttime, because why not?
Yeah, why not Nintendo, the game? Alright, so also, if you saw that I got damaged in the boss fight and it didn't lose time when I when I got the multi-moon. When you grab the multi-moon, it doesn't show you healing your health. It just heals your health immediately. I think you're probably right about that, Sloa. It probably was translated and changed because it probably sounded better in English, or it probably sounded better in Japanese than it did in English.
Does that mean in Galaxy it's a multi-star?
It's a multi-star. Imagine that, dude. Alright, so this is the Ice Cave. Again, very unique to all story moons over any percent. We normally never see this place in any other category except for like the longer categories and this one. So again, I find this the more complete any percent, which I like. I could do a really stupid trick here, but I'm bad at it, so I'm just gonna let this bullet bill come to me because he wants to say hi, and then I'm gonna possess him because that's what I do. Mario's a mean person. Alright, and then if this is perfectly spaced out, so if I do a triple jump and then a cappy jump, I can get right up here, and then I'm gonna roll cancel vector into that chest. Very nice. And we are all set up. All we need now is our last multi-moon, or grand moon, from Mr. Knucklo-Tech over here. So there's a few things that were found about Knucklo-Tech. One thing is that if you actually go closer to him, as he's charging towards you, he will charge towards you faster, which is very interesting. And if you only dash once on the first two phases with the hands, you can actually dash twice in the final phase for some reason, which is, again, interesting. I don't know why it's like that, it just is. So right here, I'm going to try to get as close to his face as I can. So I'm going to do a nice spin pound towards him, because if I go here, his hands will be close to hitting me, but his face will come at me faster. And now I'm just going to wait for this out, and I'm going to... He actually gave me a pretty good pattern. This boss is RNG with the ice shards that he can give you. So you want the ice shards to be as close to his face as possible, and sometimes that's random. But he gave me a pretty good setup right there, so that was nice. Alright. Alright, very nice. So I'm going to try to get these hands to a closer icicle. So this one right here seems like the best idea, so they don't have to go out too far. There we go. Oh, I hit his face. Hopefully that doesn't mess up anything. Alright, it didn't. Good. Alright, good. And now we just gotta dodge his hands when he's throwing shade. Alright, there we go. And he's dead. Streamer win is 100%. Okay, I've been asked if I'm going to do longer categories of Odyssey. I think the longest category I would do is all unique moons. 100% involves 2 hours of grinding coins, which I don't know if that's good for marathons. So I'm going to pass. But that's Sand Kingdom. Sand Kingdom took about, I'd say like 5 minutes longer than it would in any percent. So again, it's more fleshed out in this compared to any percent.
Huh, that sounds fun, doing the Bowser Kingdom vine over and over again.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what it is. You're literally there, or you're in the Cascade with the dinosaur T-Rex going around that little circle with those enemies over and over. For, like, literally...
Sounds like
it's literally an hour of coin grinding every 3 hours into the run.
That sounds fun.
Alright, so there we go. Alright. And that is Sand Kingdom. We have everything done here. We brought world peace to it. We are good. That is probably one of the longer kingdoms, or the most drastically changed. And I think I golded by 8 seconds. Don't ask me how. That was horrible. I don't know how I golded, but I did.
That nice hot glod.
So now we're heading to Lake Kingdom, which doesn't change from any percent, which is nice.
So right at the beginning of Lake Kingdom, there's going to be this pretty easy cappy jump dive.
Yeah,
and Nintendo actually compliments you for doing that, like they intended that.
Yeah, there's actually a few of them where you'll see Cappy talking above my head after I do a trick. One of the most notable ones is in Seaside, and he'll be like, "Oh, wow, that's a unique way to get up there. It's a really cool way, a really cool nod to speedrunners." So it does show.
He also says that with some moons too.
Yeah, and it does show that Nintendo did mean for some of these tricks to be found. But yeah, that's one way to do. So what I did there was a special way to do that. I did what's called a Cappy Vault by holding out Cappy and walking into him while I was holding him out, I vaulted off of him, and it's just a higher jump. It's the same height you would get from a triple jump, just faster than doing an actual triple jump. So I'm gonna go ahead and capture this cheap, get this third moon, and very nice. Shantae games are pretty short to run, so I'm not surprised that they took that long, but they are also very grind heavy. This game, when people say like, oh, what game should I do to get into speedrunning, I either point them towards this or Celeste. These two games are very easy to like start off with, but are very hard to master their movement. So like if you can start off on Odyssey, like just do an any percent run. Some people on the any percent leaderboard have like 3-hour runs and they still do it and have fun with it. So that's what I call fish jump. I kind of just skipped over it because at this point it's really easy to skip over things when you do it for so often. But fish jump, basically you skip having to go throughout the whole normal way of going throughout this area to get up to Rango, which is this guy right here. And you just use a fish to get the heights, do a wall jump, and dive backwards. And diving may look easy and natural in this game, but it's actually really weird, because in order to dive, you need to ground pound and press Y, which is really off-putting when you first do it. So, it's really weird.
Especially if you played Mario 64.
Oh yeah, like, where you can just do a dive on a whim, if you have enough speed.
Also, dives, like, cancel your momentum in this, unlike Mario 64.
Yeah, so yeah, dives are... they're helpful, but we try to dive as less as we can, because, like you just said, dives really kill our momentum for the most part.
And we don't want that.
Yeah, imagine going fast in a video game. So yeah, that was Lake Kingdom. That's not changed from any percent. So you get your taste of any percent in this All Story Moons run. Alright, so now we're heading to Wooded Kingdom, or as I like to call, the Nut Kingdom, because I want to quickly shout out No Glitches Allowed 2, because in that marathon I did Dark Side, and in that run I got a really frame-perfect trick that saves 1 second called Insta-Nut. And I'll go for it again. It's really stupid, and it only saves a little bit of time. But I want to get every Insta-Nut that I can in marathons, just because I get to scream that I got it, and I get to brag to my friends.
You can't really choose if you get it, it's more of just like, luck.
Yeah, it's more luck of how Mario rolls. Alright, so there we go, that's the bunny. So, for the most part, it may look like we're starting off this kingdom the normal way, how you would in any percent, but we skip a couple moons. The first one that we skip is actually the shop moon, because we actually don't get any shop moons in this run compared to any percent where we get 3. Oh god, okay, I messed up. I need to do the backup. Okay, I got the backup.
Also, can we give a shout out to these names that Nintendo chose for the moons in this kingdom?
I was debating on playing in Japanese or English, because in English you get the nice names that they give them. Like, this one's Nut Around the Corner. Oh, no, sorry, it's one later that's called Nut Around the Corner. There's, like, Nut on a High Cliff. I know we're children, but it's funny. Yeah, shouts to Insta-Nut, thank you, to the one person who was really excited about that. There's Insta-Capture.
Wonder what it says in the Japanese version if you translate it.
Okay, I didn't get Insta-Nut, but I did get Insta-Capture, so I'm sorry I let down all you Insta-Nut fans. But it's a very high point of my speedrunning career, getting Insta-Nut, because it's just a very funnily named trick. Oh god, okay, I'm doing very bad right now. I'm doing extremely bad. Hello, gamer! Okay. Now I gotta donate $5 per nut that I accidentally miss? Okay, gotcha. Alright. So anyhow, I'm gonna go for a skip that I barely ever get, because this is a marathon and it's for charity, so we're gonna do this. This is called Flower Road Skip. I'm very bad at this. I do a very stupid setup for it. Hope you guys enjoy 10 minutes of failing.
You have to do a triple jump off.
Or I could get it first try because I'm a god.
Yeah, so as you just saw, he has to do basically roll and then keep his momentum from the roll and do a triple jump off that fence. Yeah, that's kind of hard to do.
It is actually very hard to do, especially if you're new to this game. I don't consider myself good at this game. I consider myself like mid-tier. I have like a 111 in any percent, which world record is now actually down to a 10000 as of like a few hours ago. So, I'm mid-tier. I like to focus on like the less ran categories like Dark Side and All Story Moons.
It'd be funny if they had a moon called the Hidden Nut.
Oh, what the? That was really weird. Okay, I accidentally didn't get the high jump that I wanted from that guy. If you shake when you're capturing these guys in Wooded, you actually extend your legs higher. So for some reason I didn't shake, I guess. Right here is Spirits. He's a pushover. Easily the easiest boss in this game. I don't know why I said easily 2 times, but I did. Deal with it.
That's nice.
I did not explain what insta-capture was, by the way. So insta-capture is when you'll see that I try, for the most part, to throw my cap behind an enemy before I capture them. And the reason for that is because if you throw your cap behind an enemy and you shake your controller down, it will hit the enemy down as it's going downwards and capture the enemy when it's coming back to you. So it just instantly captures it instead of having to throw your hat twice. It saves 1 second each time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
This is all story moons. So there was a donation or a bid war, whether or not you do. This is not the 8-hour category. That would be all unique moons. Thank God I'm not running that. But yeah, this is about a 2-hour category. Well, around an hour and 45. So we are done what normally would be the any percent part of Wooded, but you know us, we like our extra moons that we need that are part of the story. So right here, we're gonna skip having to walk up like half of this mountain by just doing a really fancy jump. If I could stop bonking on 17 walls, first of all. Alright, hold up. I'm gonna need a little bit of focus here. There we go. Just that triple jump is a little weird to get. Sometimes it seems a little random if it works or not. Alright, so this is what I like to call the explodey wall. Enjoy. There we go. So, fun fact, I actually have, I have a route written down because I'm still not good at remembering routes for even the shortest of categories. And for this kingdom, I have written down, for the nuts, I have nut times 2, and for that I call it explodey wall, so I'm the best at coming up with names. Oh man, I did that in practice too, dang it, I bonked with the flower. So if you jump up slopes with that rocket flower, it actually is faster than just running up it normally, and sometimes I get a little carried away and do that, and I do it every single time, I swear. Like, I never have a run where I don't bonk with the rocket flower. So I'm going to try to get these shots from as far away as possible with this cannon to get the story moon, and I'm trying not to hit the bombs, which I did because I'm dumb. Hit the thing! Whatever, I got hit. Well, there's some time lost, but it's fine. Alright, and I'm gonna spring right into that that power moon. Very nice.
Imagine they had a spring enemy in this game that was like the spring mushroom.
Oh my god, I would die. Spring mushroom in Galaxy is literally the worst power-up in any Mario game.
I didn't find it that bad.
I stand by that, by the way. Alright, I'm gonna do a spin pound. I haven't done a lot of spin pounds. We try to spin pound every time that we have time to buffer one, which basically means just spinning your controller until it lets you. And we usually do that during cutscenes or during moon grab cutscenes like that. So we're also going to do one here so we can get over to this enemy faster. It saves literally 1 second here. There we go.
If you can, try doing spin pound with a GameCube controller. It sounds great.
Oh god, yeah, so fun fact, this game actually does support GameCube controllers, and I won't say it's the easiest thing to do. Alright, so this is Flower Man. I actually don't know his name, but I'm gonna call him that.
Parker.
I know. By the way, Parker's one of my viewers on... for those who don't know, I actually stream on YouTube, and Ligma is a very popular joke on them because it's a YouTube thing. So he's going nuts in there, and that's why he also said you should sponsor me on my YouTube channel. You guys should donate to my Pinterest account. It's a pretty good time. I hope you know
this
it's
is
a
pretty
meme.
cool boss.
Alright, so this right here, I have to... Okay, good. That hit right there, the second hit on that phase, you actually have to, you have to hit it while it's moving, and it's really annoying. Also, I almost totally forgot how to fight this boss, because I'm so good at video games. But yeah, this boss, this boss, I feel like this was meant to be found. You can just sit up here and just wait. So how are you guys doing?
Who needs to try when you can stand on the blocks?
Fine, I'll try. I'll actually jump over the lasers. God.
I didn't even know about that.
5 more minutes, Mom!
Boss.
Okay, anyhow.
Is that even in the refight with this?
Yeah, it is. It's the same thing. Literally, it's the easiest boss in the game. And the boss is done. It's literally like an auto-scroller boss. You can't do anything to speed it up. Alright.
The worst type of boss.
Yeah, a lot of the bosses in this run, a lot of the Grand Moon bosses are pretty much auto-scroller bosses. And that's why we skip them in any percent. But we like to go fast and do everything.
The Grand Moons were placed there by Granddad.
So we're about 30 minutes in. You're probably like, wow, you're not even halfway done. You suck. You'd be right. So don't worry about it. This is not a great run by any means. It's funny that I was the reason why this category got made into a category extension, but I'm probably one of the worst people at it. So.
Are you sure these aren't grand bananas?
Oh man, I'm sorry. Yeah, how many blue bananas have you had have you had in your life?
I've never eaten a banana.
Back in my day, we used to call moon stars. Thank you for that. Okay, so right now we're going... So, Cabby just said that we're going to the Metro Kingdom. I'm super excited. Metro is a great kingdom, except that he lied. So, yeah.
I was like, wait.
The game kind of teases you about this. He says, like, oh, you're going to the Metro Kingdom in about an hour. Well, at least in a casual playthrough. So first we gotta fight Big Boy Bowser in Cloud Kingdom, and Bowser has some skips to it. I'm gonna try to go for 3 versions of Capulus, which is where I don't have to use Cappy to grab the hat in order to punch Bowser. I can just grab it with Mario and be close enough. So let's see if I get it. It saves 2 seconds each time I do it. That should be fine.
Wouldn't it be funny if Cloud from Final Fantasy was in Cloud Kingdom?
It turns into a Final Fantasy VII speedrun. We'd be here for hours. I've been debating on picking up a Final Fantasy game for a speedrun, but I don't have the time, man. That's for Sloa to do. Alright, there we go. That's Capulus 2.0. Let's see if we can get Capulus 3.0, which is the hardest one. You can't
actually accidentally hit the hat into Bowser.
That has happened so many times in my runs, by the way. You can hit the cap back into Bowser, and he will take it and jump away, and it wastes about 8 seconds?
3 years.
Yeah, yes. Okay, so I have to use Cappy here. He was too far away for it to actually save time. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Jump over his tail, because he whips his tail back and forth, and there we go!
Ooh, that's hot.
I don't have a PC. It's coming to Switch, so I'm going to buy it on Switch. Alright, and there we go. I think we actually saved time on a boss fight, which I shouldn't be saving time on. Alright, I need serious time here. This is called Meme Tree. And it's really stupid. I'll explain it afterwards. I'm sorry about the dogs! In advance. Alright, here we go.
High quality.
Alright, so this is Meme
So
Tree.
now time for Meme Tree.
Oh my god. There we go. First try. Nice.
Just pretend the dogs don't
Just
exist.
pretend the dogs and my mom is in the room. Alright, so that was Meme Tree. Basically, you have a very thin line to triple jump on the leaf of that tree. And you can get up there very fast. And we're doing what's called Bird Skip, which skips all of Klepto. Klepto is supposed to capture Cappy in this kingdom. And you have to do this whole, like, section without Cappy to get him back. But we skipped that whole thing, and it saves, like, 3 minutes if you do it. And that's the fastest way to do it, is with, Meme Tree, as a lot of us like to call it. And it's really annoying, and you can lose a lot of time on it, because that tree does not cooperate.
And there's, like, no story moons here, right?
Yeah, this is, one of the few areas. This and Cap,
It's the same as any percent.
Yeah, Cap, Cloud, and Ruined, which is going to be later, do not have any story moons whatsoever, which is
What if
very
I
nice.
told you Cloud Kingdom was the
Well, actually, no.
same?
I guess Ruin has a story moon, but it doesn't really feel like one. It's mandatory.
Cloud Kingdom is the same in every run.
It is actually. No matter what run you're doing, Cloud Kingdom, the first visit will always be the same. Alright, so right here we're just going to do this. I'm going to try to go for a trick where I don't have to die to use Death Abuse. We shall see if I get it. If I'm a god gamer, I will get it. If I'm not, I won't. Alright, let's see if I get it here.
Oh, gamer.
Oh my god.
Oh god, what is happening?
Oh no, she just took her.
Okay, I had the Death Abuse there. It's fine, though.
Okay, you go and do that. Sorry.
Jeez. Okay.
Only the highest quality.
I know. I'm sorry for the amazing quality you're having right now. I'm sure you wanted to hear what my dog was eating, but don't worry about it. Alright. Again, only the highest quality for marathon runs. Alright, so that was Lost Kingdom, and I think I did in gold. I was close, though. Alright, so now we're coming to Metro Kingdom. Anybody who usually watches my streams, you know what to do. You know what you need to do. Anybody who doesn't watch my streams fairly recently, you won't know about this. What's coming up is a boss called Mecha Wiggler. And this is the only time that I encourage my chat to spam. So I hope that NGA is okay with this. But when it comes, we want to get a 2 cycle on this boss. So when I say go, I want you all to spam 2 cycle in chat until the boss is over. Sorry in advance. I'm sorry for doing this.
Spamming -2 cycle.
Oh god, don't do that. Alright, so first we have to get moons though. So no spamming yet. I'll tell you when. I'll give the troops the time to march. Alright.
Basically, spam it once you see it in the cutscene.
Yeah, basically. Oh god. I have to do a nice little long jump around here, which is really annoying. There we go. There we go, nice. So we have to get 3 moons here before we actually go get the grand moon.
I just realized that the original coins in Metro look a lot like the pennies in real life.
Yeah. Do a nice vector here, which I messed up. It's fine.
Nice bonk.
Thanks, fam.
Donate $5 every time you bonk.
I would be broke. I fell because I'm dumb. Alright, well, we lost like a good long time. Alright, it's fine. We can save this. We can save this. We're only losing like maybe a minute. Not even.
Pylons are pretty cool.
Alright, there we go. We're good. We're good, guys. I repeat, we are good.
God,
Alright.
Parker. Your ligma.
Alright, so right here we're going to do a nice little triple jump up here, which I messed up, so don't worry about it. I'm just losing all the time save that I ever had in any time ever.
I just saw you fall.
Yeah, I know. Did it make you hate your life? Just kidding. Don't hate your lives, people. It's a joke. I hope. I'm kidding.
Climbing up this tower is pretty cool.
Climbing up this tower is annoying. This is my least favorite part of the run in general, is Nighttime Metro, by the way.
Oh, I thought it was a meme tree.
That too. It's actually like this little middle part of the run combined. It all sucks. Metro combined with Lost is like the butt clench of the run. Alright, so go ahead, spam now, I'm ready. My body is Reggie.
Even though Reggie's retiring.
R.I.P. Alright. So, yeah, this is Mecha Wiggler, and we want to get a 2 cycle on him because it's fast. Imagine that.
Even though it looks almost nothing like a Wiggler, except that it has multiple circles on its body.
There we go. So that's the first cycle. You are forced to do 1 cycle, and then you have to wait for him to run around, and if you don't get the second cycle, you have to watch him run around again. So, and actually, fun fact, what I'm doing here actually reduces lag. If you just look at a corner, it reduces lag, and it saves like 2 seconds. So we're gonna do it again.
He's so good at the boss fight, he doesn't even need to look at it.
Yeah, look. Oh, look at Bowser. Look at his little boy face. Alright. So, no one is spamming 2 cycles, so if I don't get it, I'm gonna blame you guys. That's what I do, by the way. If I ever miss 2 cycle, I blame my chat for not spamming enough. I did that today, actually, in practice.
What if someone found a way to get 0 cycle on that?
It's impossible. It does look like I did get 2 cycle. No, I didn't.
You say it's impossible.
Oh
but
my
sometimes
god!
it is.
How could this run get any worse?
Don't say that. You're gonna find a way to make it worse.
It's extremely bad right now. If it gets worse, I'll be extremely sad. Watch me get 4 cycle. It's gonna happen. Now that I said that.
Get 10 cycle.
Please?
Oh, that looks pretty bad.
What if I die on Mecha Wiggler? It could happen.
That's quite.
There
that's
we go.
Quite big.
Alright, 3 cycle. We lost 30 seconds. It's not a big deal. It's a big deal. My life's over. It it ruined everything. I lost 9 years, guys. My run's over. It's dead. We have to reset. Just kidding. I would never.
Is it like 30 seconds for every cycle you lose?
Yeah, around 30 to 20 seconds. I don't know what it actually is. But I'm pretty sure it's 30. Such a high school drama queen. Look, I'm sorry that I lost every single year in my life because of that.
Suck on my wiener.
Don't say that. So I have a I have a jingle that I sing to that song where it's like really inappropriate, but I'm gonna make sure he doesn't sing it.
This is a Christian dream.
Yes, close enough to it. Alright, so right here is what I call Metrodram, and it's really cool looking, so if you want to see something cool, look now. We're gonna throw that there, and we're gonna shake our controller, and capture the thing and warp on out. It's really cool. That's what it would have looked like in Snow if I did it with the bullet bill too. We have to hit that thing for later because we are getting all the story moons because we're good boys.
Did you say Snow? Bullet bill?
What I said? Oh, I meant sand. I'm sorry. I know. I'm trying to keep it PG. That's why I told him not to say that.
Okay, so which band member says what first?
Oh yeah, so we actually have to get all the band members, so have fun with your yows, yays, and oteps.
Oh.
Is that what he says? I think it is.
That's the bench guy.
Oh, this guy right here, the bench guy, after you help him, I feel like everybody thinks he says hot cheese, but I think he says hey ladies. So hold up, we're gonna listen to it. Hey ladies! I'm like the only person who thinks that, but it sounds like it.
Hot Cheetos.
Hot cheese. Alright, so this is our first guy we need to get. We need to get 4 musicians in order to put on the best song in any video game.
Doesn't one of them say ho? I thought I remember.
Yeah, the benchman says it before.
Oh.
Oh, gotcha, Sloa. Brandon, keep it PG.
Oh wait. Oh yeah. It's H-O, not the other one.
Yeah. Alright, so right here we're gonna go get the other one. Again, this is
both versions are sorry, but both versions are spelled the same. Just saying.
Oh really? I did not know that.
Yeah. The tool and the abbreviated version of a word I shall not say because we're on stream. It's spelled about the same way.
I'm dumb, okay.
Anyhow, so this is Metro Kingdom, and Metro is one of the ones that gets changed the most out of all of the kingdoms, along with Sand. This one gets changed a lot because of we have to get all the band members, and then we have to go do the sewers, and then we have to go do the festival. It gets changed a lot, so you get to see a lot more Metro, and I hope you like that because it's gonna be like 12 minutes of Metro. Yay! Sorry, I didn't stop for OTAP. I meant to, but then we got that wonderful English lesson. So enjoy that. All right. Oh, I forgot to warp. I'm bad at video games. Okay.
We already knew this.
I mean, to be fair, I am the one who was going to run another game, but then I remembered early on. Oh wait, I'm bad at it. Okay, so I messed up. So I'm gonna get a backup moon. Because I was supposed to get the one on top there, but I can actually get a backup moon if I go over here. And get this one. This just means I'm going to have a harder time to actually get over here. I'm going to have to do a little bit of a weird jump. Yeah, it did not work. That's fine. We're just going to have to warp back up there and do it again. So that's a good time loss, but whatever, it's fine.
Also, festival.
Festival's coming. Yeah, so we have a while to go for festival.
And then everyone's just gonna start spamming, like, jump up in the air or something, I don't know.
So come on, jump up in the air, jump up without a care. Okay, sorry. Alright, so coming up with sewers, and in sewers, there would be a clip we could do, but we're good Christian boys, so we're not gonna clip out of bounds, you know?
Clipping is a sin.
Clipping is one of the 7 sins. Alright. So we're gonna go over here, and we gotta make it all the way over there. It's so far, guys, I don't know if I can do it. It's a marathon. We're there.
OTEP.
There we go. OTEP was a long time ago, sir. You missed
So
that.
this one's like Yow or something, I don't know.
I don't know, I didn't listen to it, so I don't know. I can't tell you.
I love the sounds they make, though.
It's a common thing that people spam in my chat, by the way. You can't go to a single Odyssey chat without someone saying OTEP.
Or at least one of them.
I don't know who made OTEP of me. I'm pretty sure it was Nycrovita.
It's just someone who heard it
Ow.
and thought it was a word.
I bonked on the wall. Actually, on the graffiti.
What's a wall?
I wish I knew. I wish I... You know, if I didn't bonk onto it, I could tell you, but... Now you have to stay in suspense. Alright,
That's how true gamers live.
So we got a good time here. A good amount of time. If there's any donations, this is the time to do it, because this is, this is party hard in Mario. So enjoy.
Oh, I forgot donations were a thing.
Yeah.
So no donations, but I do want to remind everyone this is No Glitches Allowed. It's a glitchless and NMG marathon, benefiting, benefiting Go Rescue, nonprofit organization that helps out homeless dogs and helps some recovering. If that's something you think you'd like to help out, hit the exclamation point, donate, and you can give us, you know, any amount of money you're able to help out with the marathon. Also, we do have exclamation point feedback. We are trying to get some feedback on the marathon, trying to see what we could do better, what we could do, you know, what we could do better, what we could do without, you know. Also, we have a new artist, and we're trying to see if he's doing a better job, he's doing a worse job. So definitely, if you were here on the previous NGAs, let us know how those look.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah, very nice. Were there any donations?
No donations.
No donations? Alright. So this is the festival, and everyone's favorite song is here. And it just so happens that I might sing this. This should have been a donation sent for me to sing this song. Why wasn't this in it? I should have included that. That's my fault.
Maybe because no one wanted to hear it.
No, ouch! Wow.
I'm just joking.
That's so mean.
You're beautiful, Joey.
You are beautiful. I'm known for being a sellout, and one of the things that I did was actually for Smash Ultimate, I sang Lifelight because someone donated $10 for me to do it. So I made a video of me doing a cover of that song, and it's currently one of the most viewed covers of that song, actually, which is kind of funny.
And 2 people made a 1-hour version of it.
Yeah, 2 people made a 1-hour compilation. Shout out to my wonderful viewers who hate me. Alright.
It's a love-hate relationship.
There we go. I like how we just cut off good old Pauline from singing her song. She's like, you could jump, and then just stops.
You can jump.
There we go. We did it, guys. We lost like 40 seconds, but we did it.
That's a reset.
Okay, typically in a normal run, this would reset, but you know what the sad part is? We're still on pace to PB.
Nice hot peep.
My PB actually died in the final escape sequence of the game, so that's a good 40-second time loss. So even then, I still have a good chance to actually PB in this run if I do the rest pretty well. So next up is Snow Kingdom. Get your race times in, because we're going to actually do the Bound Bowl racing track, which we normally don't do in any percent or any other category. If we don't have to. So anyhow, this is Snow. And our goal is to make it not snow. Imagine that. So actually,
Well, snow less.
So yeah, fair enough. We're trying to make it not Blizzard. We'll say that. So the fun thing about routing out snow, because normally in World Peace, which is the version of this run that actually use clipping out of bounds, you can clip out of bounds and skip the first half of this sort of story moon sets, which is having to open 4 barricades in order to go down to the bound bowl minigame. But you can just clip out of bounds and into there. So now we had to route in which moons of the 4 barricades were fastest, because there's 2 moons in each one, and we don't need that many moons. So we had to route out one of them, and the one that we routed out was actually the one that I'm starting with. We're routing out the second moon in the ice room, because it's actually much slower. Because you have to collect these Goombas and stuff like that, and instead of doing that, we can just, long jump to the end, and there we go. It's nice. And this next trip, I love this trick as well. It recently got renamed to being called the Slurp. Because if we long jump at a very specific angle towards this pipe, we can get slurped into the pipe and skip the animation. It's very hard. Let's see if I do it. I didn't get the slurp. I'm sorry, guys. I know I'm a disgrace.
It's also the same thing if you die ground pound into the pipe.
Yeah, we didn't actually mention that, but that's like the fastest way to enter pipes. But yeah,
you can also roll into it if it's sideways.
I'm sorry that I missed both of the funniest name tricks in the run, which is the slurp and Okay, well that's what we do actually. If we actually get that, we do slurp into the mic. So maybe it's a good thing I didn't get it, because I don't want to slurp into this mic. This mic is pretty sensitive.
Ooh.
All right.
ASMR.
So yeah, this is the area that we normally don't do in any percent. We do 3 of the rooms in any percent. All but this room. Fun fact, I was the one who used to route Snow Kingdom. I used to route the old Snow Kingdom any percent routes, which we actually used to go in this room. But then I realized I was dumb and it was slow. So, yeah.
So what's it like routing?
So yeah, I've been running this game since day 1, so I was trying to find the fastest routes for like Sand Kingdom. Lost Kingdom is almost identical to the one that I made on day 1. But yeah, almost every single kingdom that I've routed has been rerouted. So, just shows I'm not good at my job. Alright, so this is the purple goopy room. These are called Blowy Joeys. If you guys don't know, my name is Joey, so...
Is that actually what they're called?
Yes, actually.
You have an enemy named after you.
Oh my god, I am these guys. I just realized. That is not an moment. Alright, so we're gonna take control of this guy here to blow off these spinies to get our story moon. And yeah,
my dirty mind.
But yeah, Sand Kingdom and Snow Kingdom were the reason why we made all story moons a separate category, because they were the ones that used clips in World Peace. So that's why for people who are bad at video games, like myself, this is your kind of category. How's it going? Alright, so we have one more barricade left, and it is the one that I hate the most, because we have to do a rematch with Rango, and I did say that the rematches with the bosses are actually harder. I was not joking, because this one blows. This one has an icy floor, and doing the backflips with the icy floor to do the fast strats is annoying. And I can tell you right now, there may be a curse word coming out. I'll try to hold back. Just kidding. I'm fairly good at holding back on curse words during marathon runs, for the most part.
Unless you're at one of his streams.
Unless you're at one of my streams, which is not a marathon run, by any means. Or a charity, by any means. It's a King J charity. Okay, so he's in a pretty good position here. Never mind. Alright, so that's the first one I messed up. Smooth. So yeah, this is Rango 2.0, and he sucks. Alright, that will cancel that. Oh, dude, you hit me again? Alright, so I died. Okay.
First death of the run?
No. First unintentional death of the run, I should say. Again, this is probably like the worst part of the run. So PB is pretty much dead. I don't care anymore. Like, PB wasn't gonna happen. I really, if a PB happened, I would have hated that because of what happened in Metro. Alright, anyhow, let's try it again. This is the worst refight in my opinion, and this is why I'm so glad we don't do it in any percent. There we go, come here. There we go.
Only true gamers are gamers.
Okay, so that's 2. And... dang it, okay, I just have to get the hit on him now. There we go. Okay, that was much better than the first attempt. God. Again, I'm sorry for being bad. This run is not good by any standards. At least we'll be underestimate. Like, I have a very generous estimate, so I'm very happy about that. It's about 5 minutes better than my PB. My All-Story Moons PB is about 135.13, and my World Peace PB, that's All-Story Moons, but with clipping out of bounds, is about a 131. So it takes about 4 minutes to clip out of bounds. Alright, so now we get to go do the long, drawn-out Grand Moon, aka Racing Snowboarding Simulator 2019. Enjoy. But first, in order to race, we have to find someone who doesn't want to race so we can take their spot. So I don't know if this is fast or not, if this version of this is faster or not. I don't know. I do this way because I think it's faster. If you can actually triple jump up here with a cappy dive. And I think it's faster because it skips having to do a load zone. I don't know. It hasn't really been timed by many people because it's not really that important.
What's the point of the load zone then?
It'll save like 2 seconds if I did it right, but here we go. So this guy's very insecure of himself. He doesn't think he can win. So what are we gonna do? Because Mario's a very nice guy. We're gonna take possession over him. You heard me right. This game is for children, by the way.
E for everyone.
E for everyone, especially if you love taking control of your enemies.
Oh no, it's called capturing.
Get it? It's a joke. Alright, so everybody get your times in now. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be from around 1 minute to about 1 minute and 10 seconds. So take your guesses of what's gonna happen.
Cappy is pretty much a ghost though, so...
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, so bouncing is fast, and you want to hit these curves to get some speed. So we're going to do that because we're gamers!
If you perfectly time it, you get higher bounce or whatever.
Yeah, and you can see that when I get the sparkles coming out of myself.
Also known as that, right? Like a red glow or whatever.
Yeah. I wish I got, like, red sparkles coming out of my face whenever I did something right. That'd be great.
Or like gray for you.
Oh yeah, so for those who don't know, this is a common joke. I am actually colorblind, like full-blown colorblind, so I can't see any colors. So whenever somebody says something like, like if somebody says something in chat like, "Oh, these are gray for Joey," that's why. Just take me. Because I know there's some people are gonna be like, "What?" Because I know that some people come into my chat, they're like, "What are they talking about?" And I was like, "You're new."
That's why inside jokes are inside jokes.
Alright, and that was very bad. I got a 102.
You definitely do not want to go off the track.
Well, yeah. Well, actually, it's a little... It depends. There's a very specific way to do that fast, but I'm not good at being fast. Thank you, by the way, for having me into the speedrunning marathon. When I just said I'm horrible at being fast. Smooth. So I'm going to bounce into this Grand Moon!
It sucks whenever you hit that
You got a
right near the end,
multi-moon.
and it like shoots you up into the air instead of forward.
We got a multi-moon, but it's called a Grand Moon in Japanese. Alright. So yeah, again, we lost a lot of time here because of the fact that I'm bad. And I died to Rango.
Define bad.
What's funny is apparently I can still save time. Apparently,
What's this save?
my best possible time is still a minute ahead of my PB. It just shows how bad my PB is compared to how good I can be at this game. So yeah, I'm about a minute behind a PB right now, so. Alright.
Define PB. Is it peanut butter?
I'm actually allergic to peanut butter, so I hope not.
Oh, you are? That's cool.
Yeah, my mod doesn't even know that, guys. Okay. Anyhow, this is Seaside. Seaside is also very drastically changed because we get moons. Imagine that. I know, crazy. Imagine getting moons in Mario Odyssey. That'd be... I can't imagine that, man. It's so hard to believe.
Seasides are 3 screens long. Oh wait, wrong game.
Oh my god, you're talking about Celeste. Shout out to Celeste being run by TGH. I submitted Celeste to this speedrun category, but to the speedrun marathon, but TGH is much better than I am, so yeah. So this is home to my least favorite boss of the entire game, also known as the Big Squid, aka Squidward.
You're a kid now. You're a squid now.
Except he's not a kid. He's just a squid. He's a really bad squid. He's an annoying squid, actually. Alright, so, yeah.
That boss is kind of annoying. And if you are playing with Rumble, it can be kind of annoying on your hands.
Yeah, so right here, we have to actually ground pound 4 of these switches in order to unlock the boss fight to even happen. So, yeah. Actually, I messed up. So what I need to do, this is one of the things I was talking about, where Cappy will actually congratulate you if you do the skip, where you use this little gush in here to get on top of, to get to the story moon faster, which is very nice. So you saw that Cappy text pop up, he was like, oh wow, that's a unique way to get up there. Yeah. I should mention, if I sound like really weird and I sound really overly exaggerated, it's because I had like 4 coffees before this, so how's it going?
That sounds pretty good.
So that explains like every single one of my commentary choices during this entire thing so far. Alright, so we got 2 of the switches, we need to get 4. We also need to get 3 extra moons so we can leave this with the required amount of moons.
I'm just weird because that's who I am.
That's a moon! Anyhow, so this is a really cool trick here. We're going to grab this Gushin, we're going to go up here, we're going to plop him in the lava because he deserves to die, because he's an enemy of Mario, and we're going to go over here and grab this. And you don't even have to, like, clear all the lava, you can just drop through that little area, and that's how physics work.
Because the game just assumes that you've already done it.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's switch number 2, or sorry, 3. I can count, I swear.
Counting with Joey.
Counting with King J, 101. 2 comes after 75. Got it? Alright, you're gonna do a swim pound, right? A swim pound? God, that's gonna be a meme now. Gonna do a spin pound. God. Alright, so right here we're gonna go ahead and ground pound this little spot here. If you guys ever watched a Dark Side run, you will remember this moon. Or a lot of these moons that we're grabbing.
I mean, you can ground pound jump underwater.
Yeah, you can. It's just it's not fast. We don't ever go underwater in this level. In this at least.
It's only fast from going from like the floor to the top.
Yeah. So it's actually every time you hit a checkpoint or you grab a moon with the Gushin, you actually refill all of your water. So yeah, we're gonna do that because it's a good thing.
You can also dive underwater, because that's how God gamers work.
Okay, thank God I did it. So I was able to make it up here. I'm going to go ahead and refill on that checkpoint, and then go up here to Captain Toad, who's afraid of a Gushin, so I'm going to drop him off the ledge.
How are you afraid of a Gushin?
And if I didn't make it up there, if I made it up there with no water, I had to, like, shake in order to get over to that checkpoint to refill my water, so yeah. And bye, Captain Toad! He just sees me, like, launch away by spin bouncing. Like, jeez.
This is what you get for your game being ported to the Switch.
Shout out to Captain Toad. That game is actually really fun. I want to start speedrunning that game. But if 3D World shows me anything, I'm not good at 3D World's movement, so maybe not. Alright. So this is the boss fight now. Now that we are actually done pounding all the switches, we are going to do the thing. Are you guys ready to do the thing? This boss is heavily RNG based on which direction he's going to go. So I hope he gives me good RNG. He should in this position.
Also, the boss just sucks.
Oh my god. Okay, no, he gave me bad RNG. He was supposed to move to the left and he moved to the right. It's extremely bad. I repeat, we are not okay. Houston, we have a Houston, we have a problem.
Your game is RNG.
Also, you want to, there's 2 ways to hit him. You can hit him by spraying water on his head, or you can ground pound on his head if he's stopped in his tracks. It's actually faster to spray on his head for the first 2 times, and then ground pound on his head on the last one.
It like stuns him for a bit.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just easier because he moves a little bit more, and it's easier to get him in a position that you want him to be in. So he's going over here. He's giving me a really bad pattern. Actually, maybe not. This seems like an okay pattern. Never mind. He's moving. We got a code red. He's moving. Okay.
Most of the time, you should just guess that if you're doing something, that's because it's faster.
Pretty much. Welcome to speedrunning. Okay, he's giving me a horrible pattern. But I mean, I guess it's okay because I got really good RNG earlier for Necrotech, so...
Is this boss a fidget spinner?
Oh my god! Stop yourself. And that's the boss. Apparently I lost 40 seconds to this boss in my PB. I don't know how I did. Again, it's very RNG based, depending on where he goes. So maybe it was that.
The boss is so bad you chose to get it out of your memory as soon as possible.
Yep, basically. This is one of the shortest kingdoms that got changed. There we go. And that's the Grand Moon, ladies and gentlemen.
A granddad.
Granddad! Alright. Do. We suck at video games. Alright. Very nice. I actually improved my sum of best by like 10 seconds during this run, so you know what? I'll take what I can get from this run. It's something at least. And then we get a nice little moment with Cappy where he tells us that he actually loves us and that we're brothers. Just kidding, that's the fake lore.
That sounds pretty good.
I like making fake lore during cutscenes in this game. So if you guys don't know about what happens in this game, Mario has to get the 7 Dragon Balls because Bowser's too overpowered. How did I gold by like 10 seconds? I suck at video games. Let's go. PB is still possible, apparently. Alright, so next up is Luncheon. Luncheon also got very drastically changed because we actually have to fight Kukateel now. And this is the last, sorry for the voice crack. This is the last kingdom that actually got changed from any percent. After this, it's just any percent for the rest of the run. And this
Define any percent.
Just a warning, by the way, we have about 30 minutes left in this run. If you guys want to get those donations in to do a nipple percent run after this, please do so. I think everybody would like it. I think our lives would be so much better because of it.
Play as Cappy and capture the souls of your...
Alright, so, again, this is a very drastically changed kingdom than in any percent because we actually have to get every story moon, so it's completely different. By the way, this is Spirit. You know how I said that each refight with the bosses are harder the second time? Spirit's the one exception because he doesn't change. He literally changes nothing. Nothing changes. Same boss,
He was like,
same thing.
now that I think about it, he was like the first boss shown in the trailers for this game.
That is true, yeah. And everybody's like, wow, that's a cool boss, and then you can beat him in like 10 seconds. So that's fine. Wow, that's a cool boss. Oh, he's dead.
That's a mood.
That is a very big mood, yes. Alright, so there we go. That's our first story moon of this area. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, I'm sorry for being weird. Okay.
So, Father, what is next?
Next we're gonna go get the golden ticket to Willy Wonka's Wonderland.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, that's definitely part of this game. And again, very different from any percent because we don't go up onto the mountains in this. We actually just go straight into the luncheon area. And a lot of people really hate Luncheon Kingdom. I don't get the hate. I actually like it. So I'm one of the few. Also, I'm Gordon Ramsay, so don't worry about it. I'm glad no one heard that.
What?
I said I'm Gordon Ramsay.
Oh.
Where's the lamb sauce? Tell me. Alright.
It's in the fridge.
Alright, I'll go get it. Anyhow. We're gonna go over here. We're doing these moons in a very weird order, you will notice. If you actually just... If you hold your hat down like that, you actually just get to break that box with one fell swoop.
They should have had a Gordon Ramsay, NPC looking.
Oh my god, imagine. It's just a Koopa that's yelling at everyone.
No, it's a Gordon Ramsay fork.
A Gordon Ramsay fork? How would that work?
Wait, no, it would be a knife.
Oh, what? I thought that hit the cheese. So I have to hit this cheese, and the hammers are RNG, so...
That's pretty cheesy. What?
Someone was asking what's the difference between World Peace and All Story Modes.
Alright, so World Peace involves clipping out of bounds, and you just bring peace to the, to each kingdom by getting all the multi-moons, or grand moons. But this is all story moons, so this is the glitchless version of that, where we have to get every single singular story moon along with every single multi-moon. So,
It's not like glitches are banned or anything.
it's not like this is a no glitches allowed marathon. Oh no, I'm dumb. Hi, I'm your runner. All right, so I gotta light this torch on fire because this torch is on fire. I'm sorry in advance. Dude, I'm making a cringe compilation. Heck yeah.
Meme review.
That's my goal. I'm taking Tones Ballones' quote from this, but that's my goal every time I'm in a marathon. I just want to be part of a cringe compilation each time, so. Yes, cringe in speedrunning. Where's my boy Glad Jonas on? I'm actually known a lot in Glad Jonas videos. I've been on a lot of them, actually. Wait, what? Please explain what happened in complete sentences on the back of this paper. What happened, dude? That was so weird.
On the back of this paper.
Dude, okay, apparently my hat... Okay, so I do know what happened there. In this game, if you touch the ground for 1 frame after you hat dive, you do not get your hat dive back. It's just a miss thing with the game that was an oversight. And so, yeah, it's kind of dumb. And it happened there, and it ruined my life.
Guess everyone found that out the hard way.
Can somebody count how many times I've said it's ruined my life in this stream? It's become a thing at this point. Alright, so that's the first half of luncheon. That was the first half of luncheon, and now we head to the other half of luncheon, which is the last part of the story moons. Again, we don't do this in any %, and I missed the spin pound because I'm bad. Aren't you just glad that you got someone who's bad at video games?
Aren't you just glad, Jonas?
I am Glad Jonas. How'd you know? Hi guys, I'm Glad Jonas. Except I don't have the accent.
It takes a god gamer to know a god gamer.
Oh my god. So fun fact, God Gamer is like a status that I gave my Patreons for someone who donates more than $100 a month. And only one person has ever achieved that, and it's Parker in the chat.
So then he's the one spamming Ligma.
Yeah, if you guys are curious, he's the one spamming all the bad memes. Wait, that's all my viewers, never mind.
That's just everyone.
True. You have to I have to donate every time I say something ended my life. Oh man, we would be here I would lose all my money.
You wouldn't be able to buy all the games you'd want.
Yeah, so fun fact, for those that don't know, 2019 is pretty stacked for Nintendo. There's like all the Final Fantasy games coming out for Switch and stuff like that. Shaking my SMH, shaking my head. Yeah, exactly. But there's like all these RPGs coming out for Switch that I really want, so my wallet's already destroyed as is, so please don't destroy it more. That's why I didn't do anything. Like, normally I do every death in the run and I'll donate $5 or something, but let me be cheap once, please.
SMM, shaking my Mario.
Oh, please, no. Alright, so this is a really cool skip that was actually found because of Koopa free running. If you do a little triple jump here, you can get to the very top of the mountain really fast.
What's a mountain?
It's a thing we're on. Alright, there we go. Please get up there!
Does that mean the Earth is a mountain?
Alright. Sure. Let's go with that. This isn't technically Earth, this is Mushroom Kingdom.
Wait, really?
Oh god, I failed! Okay, there you go. No, he actually had to...
You're in Mushroom Kingdom.
He actually had to take away the $100 towards my Patreon, though, because he lost his credit card and had to get a new one. So, fun fact, that God Gamer status was for nothing. So, this is Kukateel, and her fast strat is where you hit her belly. Oh no, she gave me bad RNG. Please, no. No, you gave me bad RNG. No.
Yeah.
The run's over.
Yeah.
No, the run's so dead. No, the run's dead. Oh my god.
He had to get 3 new wacky numbers on the back of his credit card.
Yeah, Kingj needs your help. In order to save this run, he needs the 16 digits from your parents' credit card, the expiration date, and those 3 wacky digits on the back.
Do not actually put that in the chat.
Someone actually did in my chat once, and I had to actually delete the message. But that's like a funny joke. Funny. I fell because I'm dumb. This is, by the way, this is the hitbox on this boss fight sucks, especially this last phase. There we go.
What car do I drive? A Toyota.
So I don't know if I'm saving time or not. I don't think I am because I'm bad at video games. But hi, by the way, I'm your speedrunner. Yeah.
How can you save time when time never stops?
Please don't what? Wait. Please don't what? I'm scared. I don't know what you're saying. Alright.
The credit card thing, I think.
Okay, so now that we're done luncheon,
Please don't because of the credit card thing.
Oh, okay. I meant that as a joke. I'm sorry.
Like you had said before. Yeah, please don't actually.
Yeah. I fully mean this as a meme. Do not actually send that. Anyhow, so now that we're done with Luncheon Kingdom, do you guys want Dark Souls? I can switch to Dark Souls right now if you want. I speedrun Dark Souls. I don't even have to change the game or anything. I can switch right now if you want. Sound good? Alright, cool.
I was like, what? And
Okay.
I realized what you were talking
Okay, so we're gonna
about.
switch to Dark Souls. I speedrun this game as well, and I'm missing a moon. I'm missing a moon. Brandon, which moon did I miss? What?
Your moon?
Alright, whatever. We got backups on backups. Don't worry. We're good. We're good. See, look at this backup. You don't even expect it. Bam. Now, look, we were gonna gold, but we're not now, so don't worry. It's fine. Oh my god. I'm the best at video games.
I don't know which one you missed. Did you miss the one on top of the salt pile?
What did I miss? I'm not supposed to go there.
I mean, that one's right next to you, so you might as well get
I
it.
got it already. What happened? Which one did I miss? I was doing so good. Oh, man.
Is it the one right before the spirit fight?
No. I don't know what happened. What happened, Brandon? Okay, so now we're gonna go to Dark Souls. I'm gonna quickly just switch my game. Okay,
Is your split literally called Dark Souls?
yes it is. Okay, it's in the cartridge. It's in the cartridge. It's in the game. This is Dark Souls Remastered now. This came out for Switch a couple years ago, actually last year, sorry. But yeah, oh wow, there's a Mario hack in it too. So, look, it's still Odyssey. It's technically still Odyssey. Totally. Just with the Dark Souls. Don't worry, we'll be back to Mario Odyssey afterwards. I just want to play a little bit of Dark Souls. I'm stuck on this dragon boss fight. He seems a little bit difficult. Let me see if I can beat him.
So yeah, for some reason the save files carry over between Dark Souls and Odyssey.
Yeah, it's very weird, actually. I don't know why Nintendo decided to do that. But anyhow, this is the 5th boss in Dark Souls that we're fighting right here. His name is Spyro the Dragon. Okay.
Kinda does look like it.
I don't know what to do. I've never fought this boss before. I've actually never beaten him. Dark Souls is a really hard game, so let's see if I can find a way to beat him.
Since when was Mario in Dark Souls?
There's a mod. You don't know that? Come on, man. Get on top of this. You don't know your memes.
Oh, this joke is going too far.
Okay, oh god, I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I'm very scared. This Mario mod is actually really good, though. It's very accurate to Mario Odyssey.
Okay, so there's these, like, lightning attacks that are dumb.
Oh, there are? I never played Dark Souls before.
Then you gotta pull these chain things off of his head so you can ground pound his head like that.
Thank you. This is now Let's Play, by the way. Welcome to Let's Play Dark Souls. I should totally just put this up as a April Fool's video on my channel.
I mean, April's coming up.
It is. That's true. Wow. We can count dates. Okay, I think I'm gonna die. I'm on a very bad cycle right now for this boss fight. Hopefully I'm good. I don't know. This Dark Souls boss is really hard. Okay, we beat Dark Souls boss. Okay, we can go back to Mario Odyssey. We're good, guys. Don't worry. I just wanted to, I wanted to make progress. I'm sorry. Like, we're so far ahead of schedule that I just want to, like, you know, set us even farther behind. There we go. And I waited for an audio cue, by the way. Okay, so joke aside, that was Ruined Kingdom, but I always, like, it's called on my, my splits Dark Souls because it's literally just like a Dark Souls fight. When I first got to this fight on my blind playthrough, I was like, what is this? Like, what? This doesn't fit anywhere.
This is in the trailer too, I think.
It is. It just doesn't fit anywhere, though. It just... They're like, what do we want? Everybody wants a Mario and Spyro crossover? Okay, let's do it. And there you go.
I mean, Nintendo always goes with left field.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, there's a guy named Bowser who's going to be our new president, so, you know.
Well, isn't that like his last name or whatever?
Shh, it doesn't matter. Okay. So now we go to Bowser's Kingdom. I'm sorry that we took a little hiatus from Mario Odyssey. I know you guys really missed it, but don't worry, we're back on track. We kept the timer running and everything like that. And we're back, and now we're going to go fight Bowser and save our loved one. So, yeah.
We're going to the new easy. We're going to the new CEO's
So this is
kingdom.
we're going to Doug Bowser's Kingdom. Alright, so that spin pound is really hard to get in there because I don't have a cutscene to prepare and buffer it. So I kind of just YOLO it, and it works. Again, Bowser's Kingdom is completely the same from what it was in any percent, so... it's like you guys donated for any percent, except you didn't. You donated for all story moons, but don't tell anyone. Yeah. Also, by the way, shaking does not make the sparks go faster, no matter who tells you that. Just know that either you hold to the direction that it goes towards, or you shake. But no one wants to shake the freaking sparks.
Imagine hearing that out of context.
Yeah, I feel like one person just walks in here just like, imagine! Paper Mario has dragons. Oh my god! It's the crossover of century. It's the 1,000-Year Door remake everybody wanted. There you go.
Well, it's like not realistic dragon.
Yeah, it's not Spyro. God, you ever wanted Spyro Mario Odyssey? There you go.
Spyro Reignited Odyssey.
Yeah. So yeah, this is completely unchanged from any percent because in order to actually leave this kingdom, you need to do all the story moons. So it's like Nintendo wanted this category to be a thing. All right, so this right here, we're gonna be getting 2 extra moons because we need 2 extra moons to leave this kingdom after the story moons. But we need to get these moon shards, and the route to getting these moon shards changed a lot from any percent days. The old days when the game first came out. It's been changed a lot.
80% days.
Yeah, remember when I used to run 80%? Ah, good times. Okay, I missed the cycle, that's fine. So these bombs are running on a global cycle, and I messed it up, so it's fine.
3D World is cancer.
Yeah, exactly, that dragon was Gloomtail, duh! Have you guys never played... Have you guys never actually played Paper Mario the 1,000-Year Door? Of course I was pulling your leg by saying Dark Souls.
His name is Hooktail.
That's in Super Paper Mario. 1,000-Year Door is Gloomtail, I'm pretty sure. Anyhow. So I'm gonna do a really stupid trick here, and I always tend to mess it up at least once per day, and I haven't messed it up today, so you know what that means.
Gotta put your beak in the hole.
We did that a while ago. You're behind because of stream delay. Alright, so we gotta do this so we can get on top of this roof, and we didn't mess up. Wow. Because we didn't mess up, I'm just gonna jump off the edge. Just kidding. I'm joking.
It'd be cool if Nintendo made like Power Moon gummies.
I feel like they are. There's Starbit candy in Japan, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, I mean, like they just look like they should be gummies.
All right, so this is so you can either do Topper first or Harriet first. I'm on the team Harriet first because I think everybody who ran any percent in the day back in the days when it was popular, always did this first. But yeah, you
I
have
don't
to
think
fight.
it matters.
It doesn't. It doesn't at all. But it's just like preference. And like I said, the second fights with the rabbits are completely more hard, except for Spirit. this is what I mean, because now you actually have to jump to the right and hit the bomb back, and it's a lot weirder timing than most people are used to. But luckily, I thought ahead, Nintendo. I ran any percent before I ran all story moons. Ha! Gotcha. And then Topper's refight, we're not going to talk about it. It's just stupid. Let's just hope I do good on it.
He basically becomes a giant fidget spinner of death.
Yes. No, but it gets harder to jump on his hat, so let's see if... There we go. Okay, that's one. Then you just gotta hit him...
That's a lot of damage.
You just gotta hit him twice, and then he starts spinning around. Okay, good. That was a perfect Topper fight. It's very rare for me to get a very perfect Topper fight, so I'm happy with that. And there we go. So that is the hard part. Actually, no, there's still one hard part left, which is Mecha Brutal. But that's like my very bad moment in the run. I hate those boss fights there.
Yeah, if you're wondering what Mecha Brutal is, just think like Power Rangers, but with Brutals.
But mixed with Attack on Titan. Sorry. I'm sorry in advance. Okay, I'm gonna buffer a spin pound, or I'm just gonna do a dive. Whatever. Screw you, game. All right, and now we get to the climbing section. Yay!
Yeah, this game likes to misput stuff a lot.
It's mainly spin pounds because when you ground pound, you have to wait like a split second to actually get the roll boost going. Yo, that insta capture right there on that Pokio is extremely difficult to get. So that was very good. All right, there you go. And these are Pokios, and if you shake, you jump extremely high, because that's...
Do the Pokio, swing your wings from side to
Oh my
side.
god, I remember that was a thing. That used to be a very early on meme. So, yeah, since I've been running this game day one, I used to run this game a lot, until recently I started taking other games seriously, mainly Celeste, and just doing some other meme runs. But... Odyssey is probably my most ran speed game because I put so many hours into different categories. I have about 300 hours on Odyssey, actually 400 hours now after this probably, on my hour count, so that just shows. Alright, and
we can show the people right now if we wanted to.
So we can show it after if we want. So this is Mecha Brutal. The first hit is easy. The second hit we want to do something crazy. It's called Not Falling Off, imagine. Okay, so yeah, we have to do this is basically hat jump galore, and you have to do a lot of hat jumps and a lot of precise jumps in order to stay on the Mecha Brutal, and this is what we call a quick kill. Oh good, I got the good cycle there. Alright, so we got back on. This one, in my opinion, the third one to get back on is probably the hardest one to get back on, so I'm glad I got back on. How many times am I gonna say get back on? I don't know. Okay.
Until you beat the boss.
Get back on, get back on, get back on. Okay. Are you guys ready? We're gonna do counting the King J again. We're gonna count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ground pound. There it is. So yeah, if you count
the boss, you pretty much have to wait for it.
Yeah, so you count 5 steps. You will always hit the Rango, and then we're just gonna ground pound and hope that we hit Harriet. Harriet, please.
They also have an annoying invincibility attack.
There we go. Okay, that was very close to not hitting her, but there we go. That was actually a really good Mecha Brutal. I don't think I messed up once for me at least.
When you do Darker Side.
Yeah, so Darker Side is a category I really want to do. It's about 3 hours-ish. I really want to get into the longer categories of Odyssey. The longest category I run so far is Dark Side, which is about 2 hours 15 minutes, which I ran last year.
Darker Nut.
Alright, so there we go, and that is Bowser's Kingdom. So now, all we have left is anime. And if you've never played Odyssey before, you're about to find out what that means. I agree, they do look like gummies.
When you thought that was the last kingdom, but it actually...
Oh my god, can we get a Feels Weeb Man or a Sour Please in the chat when we get to the part? You guys know what it is.
The game makes you think it's the last kingdom, but it isn't.
Yeah, so this is actually not the last kingdom. We have other places to go to. We have to go to outer space!
Into the moon.
Into the moon? Okay.
Well, no, well, actually, you kind of.
You know what's weird is that this might PB. It's gonna be close. We're gonna cut it close.
Peanut butter and jelly.
This is gonna be very, very close. So coming up is actually the biggest skip in the game. It saves about 5 minutes. It's called Moon Skip. And fun fact, I'm actually the person who made a consistent setup for this skip, and that's what I'm known for in the Odyssey community, because if you go to speedrun.com, I'm actually in the resources tab. I made a tutorial for Odyssey on how to do Moon Skip consistently each time with visual cues. And
I actually used that tutorial.
Yeah, a lot of people actually use it to get into it, so that's what I'm known for. And there's actually it has around like 5,000 views now or something like that. It's crazy. It's probably my second most viewed video ever. Alright, so this is the last kingdom, good old Moon Kingdom, and it can't be a Mario Odyssey run without Cappy talking at least one more goddamn time. Alright, anyhow. Moon Kingdom has really cool physics, so are you guys ready to see some really awesome long jumps here that we skip literally a lot of the area with? Whee!
What needs a moon jump code when you can just go to Moon Kingdom?
Exactly, I think that's what Nintendo was going for. They were like, man, people love hacking our games, they love getting moon jumps, so we're gonna get them free moon jumps if they want to go to the Moon Kingdom. Haha, funny joke.
Attack on the Moon Kingdom.
Sorry. Hey Storm, what's up, man? Thanks for coming out to support me. Alright, so this is Moon Skip right here. I have a pretty good setup, so I'm gonna ground pound on the Sphinx's head. Good morning, sunshine. Okay, we're not. Alright, here we go.
I just died again.
And I'm gonna pat bounce off. Hold left, and there we go. That's Moon Skip for you. That skip. Okay, funny thing. No! Oh my god.
What did you just do?
Oh my god. I dived off the edge after getting Moon Skip.
Where did it put you back at?
The Odyssey. So,
Who wants to see Moon King?
who wants to see? I'm doing this for you guys. You obviously were very impressed by Moon Skip. You wanted to see it again. I mean, who wanted a PB today, anyways? Like that. Who wanted a PB? Okay, the fact that this almost PB and this run was this bad, it just shows how free a PB for me is in this category. I just don't like grinding it out because it's the glitchless category now for me.
Takes 3 years to complete it.
What? Okay, that was weird. Now I have to do it again. God dang it! This is what you get, Sphinx. Sphinx cursed the run because I sat on his face and he didn't like it.
You slid off of him.
Yeah, exactly.
It was kind of funny.
Okay, there we go. We're safe. That's what I get. Anyhow, so what I was going to say was the funny thing about Moon Skip was the first ever speedrunner of this game who had world record for like a week, Monkey King Hero, said that Moon Skip was quote unquote the hardest skip that will ever be found in Odyssey. Boy, was he wrong. Also, I want to quickly take the moment to brag about this, because this is the only time I can brag about this, is in marathons like this. But yours truly actually had the 80% world record on the 4th day that Odyssey was out. Fun fact. I had it for a whole 4 hours, and it was great. So this is the final Bowser.
Final boss.
Yeah, so this is the final boss, guys. Oh my god. We're actually going to be way overestimate, even with a horrible run like this. Again, this run almost PB'd. It actually would have PB'd if I didn't die on Moon Skip.
It's peanut butter jelly time.
It would have PB'd by like 12 seconds. Honestly, I'm actually glad that the run died. I know it's weird to say that, but I would have liked it. I'd rather have a PB that doesn't die at the very end. Or that doesn't have all the time loss that I had in this run.
Cause that's depressing.
Yeah, so this is glitchless, so we're not doing the out of bounds clips, and this is basically world peace. So, here we go. Hello, Bowser. How are you?
That's That's like if you're about to 100% a game and then the game's like, oh, you died, you gotta restart all the way from
Oh my god, that was painful. I'm sorry that happened. I normally don't do that, but I mean that was pretty funny though. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh my god, I did. I got so overzealous. I just dive bombed off the edge. Alright, and this is the final hit for Bowser. The time is not up yet, because if you know anything about Mario Odyssey, we have anime, boys! So the reason why, by the way, I lost about a minute to that, just so you know how much time that loses.
It's called anime because it's literally an anime song.
Yeah, and you'll hear it after we break the barrier. Bowser! Capture Bowser! What the heck? I captured Bowser through his butt! Oh my god, that was awesome!
What?
That was so cool! I homed Cappy into Bowser's butt and captured him. Hey! That's a new discovery. I did not know that was a thing. I don't want to try it again. Thank you very much. It wouldn't be... When Odyssey first was shown off, everybody was like, wow, you can capture enemies. I think we all knew it would end with you capturing Bowser. Let's be honest. Like, we knew this was gonna happen.
You threw it behind Bowser and then you shook it.
Yeah, it was so weird. It went, like, through his intestines. Anyhow, we also get a 2D section here with Bowser. I could go for 2D skip, but I'm a noob, and I'm not gonna do it. And it's literally saves 2 seconds, and I'm not good at video games. Hi, I'm Joey. I was your runner. I fail at literally this entire run, but it was still somewhat decent.
Yeah, 2D skip is just like a jump from a platform to another platform.
There's also a second 2D skip called XD skip, which only saves 1 second, so, you know.
XP skip?
XD skip.
Why is it called XD skip?
Because it's really, because it's such a meme, because that one only saves 1 second, the other one saves like 2 or 3 seconds. Alright, so time is coming up in about a minute when I shoot out of the electric wire at the very end. Just warning. And by the way, can we get some sour please in chat, because this is anime!
Anime?
Anime? I thought it's pronounced animu.
Then Doodle just shows up out of nowhere.
I'll follow away, I'll follow away. Shout out to this little troll hole here. There's so many clips of speedrunners in the early days falling through that hole because no one sees it when they're running towards the camera like that. So yeah, it's kind of hilarious. And yeah, so time is coming up in about 20 seconds-ish.
Also, you throw fireballs by shaking, but apparently you can also throw fireballs if you hold down the attack button.
Yeah, that is true. And so yeah, time is coming up in like 10 seconds. And we are gone in time. 1:36:06 was the final time from my end.
Oh yeah, nice PB. Even
that is not a PB. So we have time. Should we just? Do you guys want to watch me play Tetris 99?
Tetris battle.
Actually, looks like I miscalculated a little bit. That's okay. We're just a few minutes behind. Actually, no, we're a few minutes. We're only a couple minutes ahead. So we do need to go ahead and quickly get on to the next run so that we make sure we don't get behind too much.
Gotcha. Well, thank you for letting me run Odyssey again. It was fun. I might be back again.
Alright, that was Super Mario Odyssey. Alright, we are going to quickly get out the next run, but for now we're going to put some music on for you guys and get that out for you guys.